Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Yes, ma'am.
So the main purpose of having Hello everyone, once again, sorry for the technical issue. I hope I'm audible. As I was saying that the main purpose of having this meeting was to familiarize you all with the model question paper, because there has been some issues being, raised by the students regarding what kind of a question paper we are going to have and how do we go about. If you've seen, most of the assignments actually involved either true or false kind of a question, or we have MCQs or MSQs, multiple choice or multiple select questions. But it will be difficult to formulate a question paper on that pattern even for the end term exam, given the very specific way we have studied this course and what it is all about. So it is most important that it should make you think about the different concepts which we have covered, and you should be able to develop your own understanding and maybe have an opinion about some of this issues that we have discussed. So in the final question paper, we will have two questions type. Most of them are like, one is like you can say within the word of 300, and another one would be maybe up to 400 words. So you can see, I hope you are able to see the screen. Hariom, can you confirm?
Yes, ma'am.
Just show me a thumbs up, I'll be able to see. I can't hear. So now let us look at this, for instance, the first question. Here, there will be 8 questions of, the first question discuss various types of innovation that has gained more relevance in developing and least developing countries. Now, how do you address this question? If you remember, in our second week, when we talked about different types of innovation, there we have looked at a definition, below the radar, and we have talked about the idea that many a times in the development developed, and how. So then we have discussed at length about frugal innovation, about jugaad innovation, and also about sustainable innovation. So those concepts you have to bring in here. So maybe initially when you are addressing a question like that, spend few lines on the need to have a different framework to understand innovation in the developing countries. That is one. And then again talk about those different terms which we have already discussed. Moreover, it would be beneficial if you can also highlight the relevance of those in the context of the developing countries. For example, frugal innovation, when we talked about, we know that the resource constraint is something which really affects the developing and the least developing countries. In that context, the frugal innovation gain much relevance for these economies. So this is how you have to address a question like that. I hope this is clear. Any questions? Radhan, are you saying something?
Yes, ma'am. So you are saying that in exams we will have only these kind of questions where we'll have to write in 300 or 400 words, and the MCQ and the MSQ that we had that will not be available in the real exam. This is what you are saying, ma'am, if I'm not wrong.
Actually, whatever the possibilities was there to have MCQs and MSQs, we have exhausted. You've seen how, and so that is the format we are going to have. Is this okay?
Ma'am, voice was not there. I think
You have to be a bit loud because I don't know, is it a problem with my system or something?
Okay, all right. Am I audible, ma'am? Am I audible?
Yes, but I think there's some problem with my system. If you can type it out in the meanwhile,
Okay,
that
all
would be
right,
most
ma'am. All right.
So this, what you see on the screen is the pattern. This is descriptives. Yes, essay types. No MCQs, no MSQs. You will have only essay type questions, short answer or a long answer, and no MCQs, no MSQs, no true false. Okay. So here I'm giving you the different types of questions that can come. For instance, the first question you look, it has a certain you can say thought process going behind it as to why it has been introduced. Now, if you look at the second question, like explain the concept of division of labor relationship with invention as discussed. So this is very clear cut. This is we've discussed just like that only in our lectures. So we have talked about it like that, and we have explained the concept of division of labor, how it was related to invention, and also we have pointed out that how Adam Smith was able to foresee the contribution that will come from the people who become efficient at doing things. So maybe a step ahead of merely talking about mechanical inventions and contributing to the increase in the efficiency. So that is what is expected from you to put it. If you add certain additional information on it in terms of maybe give examples and give a better explanation, then clearly the marks would be divided. Now, in terms of marks, it is very clear. If we explain the concept of a division of labor, there will be certain marks. If you link it to the relation to invention, there will be a mark. And then if you highlight maybe few aspects of it, there will be certain marks. So this is how the marks will also be divided. Is this okay? Please write in chat. 100. The marks would be 100, but the weightage has already been given to you, right? Marks, total marks will be 100. Okay. Now let us look at this one, the third question. What is the mediating role played by national innovation system in the impact of technological change on it? Now, this is a bit of an indirect question, which we may not have talked just like that in our lectures, or maybe must have talked, but maybe merely touched upon and all. And this is here you might have to, think a bit beyond what is exactly your overall experience can be, can be helpful in this context. So how an effective NIS ensure the negative impact will be mitigated. So in the lecture, we have discussed that there is this race between the technological change and unemployment, which is being witnessed in the economy. And in order to find a solution to that, education, skilling is something which is an option, right? So national innovation system, when we're talking about, here we are picking up the idea related to the education sector, right? So the question comes that, okay, there is a technological change, impact on in terms of unemployment, and then national innovation system, we are talking about different stakeholders which are engaged. So national innovation system, within that, the education system, the skilling sector, the way we kind of educate our younger generation, moreover reskill the people who are already in a profession, and we create different mechanism, online channels through further education, etc., can play a very important role. So this is a bit highlight you. So there may not be many, but here also when you look at this question, there will be different marks. For example, how do you explain the impact of technological change on employment? So you can target this point, maybe write a couple of sentences about it. Then what do you mean by national innovation system? Write a couple lines about that. Then you talk about that how it can be mitigated. So there would be a bifurcation in terms of the marks that you will get in order to address the IS can mitigate. Then you know that if it is effective, it will be able to understand the future trend. It will be able to identify the new courses to be offered, new type of maybe MOOCs or online programs has to be initiated. So again, there a bit of an innovation from your end would be also helpful. If I remember correctly, it was 3 hours exam, but I can check also. It was 3 hours exam. Let me just check one more time. Anybody from NPTEL team here? Can they confirm? Anybody from NPTEL team? All right. So what I will do, I will confirm this, and then I will be able to, convey it to you 2 or 3 hours. If I remember this 3 hours, I'll convey that to you. Yes. What I will do is that, okay, the mark. See, one thing is that, of course, it is not like if you will write, suppose I write up to 500 words or up to 200 to 300 words, that would be okay. If you write any 500 words, then your answer would be correct. The idea here is that you should be able to identify, what is it that we being asked in the question, and then address it. So here you can say it could be within 200 to 300 words, the first question that is given, and the 20-mark question can go up to 500 words. Okay. Now my voice is clear. Hariam, can you confirm?
Ma'am, here like in question 1, you are saying that 5 into 8. So 5 questions of 8 marks.
It will be 5 questions of 8 marks.
Out of how many?
Wait. So I hope this is clear. You'll have question number 1, in which there will be 6 questions, out of which you have to give answer to any 5 of them, and then this will be of 8 mark each, so 40 mark. In the second question, there will be 4 questions for 20 mark each. Total question paper will be of 100 mark. Okay. Now, out of 6 questions, we need to answer 1. No. Once again, question number 1 will have 6 questions. Out of you have to answer 8 marks. So this will be for 40 marks. Question number 2 will have 4 questions. You would have to answer 3. Each question will carry 20 marks. Okay. Yes, Rajan, I saw your question, and I did check with the NPTEL team at that point of time, and but then I think they could not do it because the time was already gone. Okay. So let us continue our discussion on the model QB. Screen is visible? Okay. Now here, if you look at the next question, it's very elaborate. Once again, I'm trying to make these questions into a smaller part so that at least you would be able to, answer few parts of it and you're sure that, okay, this part has to be covered. For instance, distinguish between an innovating firm and optimizing firm. That's one. As a chief of international affairs, your US-based company is researching on AI-enabled vehicles and is asking to seek international locations to undertake R&D in countries like India and China. So when you read a question like this, first what we have to do is figure out where this question is coming from, right? So very obviously this is in a section on multinational enterprises and their role on innovation. Now when we talk about that, we had a very long discussion on this, and so then you have to further narrow it down, where is it that we are talking about. So now here the objective is, the focus is from the home country perspective, because the managers are now going to be located in the home country. So you can write all these points, you can mention about that it's a multinational organization. It could be, looking for sources because of these reasons. Since the problem is coming from a home country perspective, these are the factors they were looking at. And if you remember, there's a slide on demand and supply sector factors which contributes to the this thing, your whether the multinational enterprises will be undertaking innovation R&D activities in the other countries or not. So think from that point of view and locate your question. And clearly, when I say discuss and elaborate, it would always be most helpful if you can, think of certain examples from your own end and also add on to that. What we have tried to do in the question is to break them also, so that you can pick up, okay, at least this has to be explained, this has to be explained, and that has to be mentioned. Is this clear? Any thoughts on this? Yes, regarding assignment 7.2, we have already corrected it. As per the information from NPTEL, I think it should be visible now, because we did receive an email also sometime back saying the same. And yes, the email went on 10th October, 3 days ago, and it reads that the week 7 for assignment 7 to score will be available on 17th October 2023. I think they have certain time periods, so they will be available on 17th October 2023. Is it okay, Shahid? I think Nidhi also was asking this. So 17th October. Now, let us go back to the to the next question. This is once again a very straightforward question. An entrepreneur sells a honey-based drink sourced from natural garden. She is looking for various sources of finance. So it tells you that we are talking about finance for the innovation end. What are her options? Discuss the pros and cons. So there you have to first of all lay the challenges which will be faced by the entrepreneur from the point of view of getting the finance. What are the different finance channels? We have looked at debt, finance, asking for the venture capitalist. Now going to the venture capitalist, you know that there are challenges in terms of establishing your reputation with the venture capitalist, telling them that you're serious about this job because of the problem of information asymmetry. And venture capitalists will also be facing the concern regarding the principal agent problem, right? So they have to deal with that. And we have also looked at the different layers of the investments, particularly coming from venture capitalists. So now you have to again write that thinking from a point of view of the entrepreneurs, right? So what are our options? And clearly when you're looking at options, when you're talking about debt versus taking engaging with venture capitalists, engaging your own money, and or looking for some alternative source in that sense, then you have to discuss what are the advantages of this, what could be the disadvantages. Is this okay? Yes, yes, Prashant. These kind of a logistic issues are dealt by NPTL. So we would have to, what I will do, I will make a list of all these questions and I will ask them to put in an announcement regarding the number of hours and the disclosure of the centers, etc. I'm sure they will give you sufficient time because in order to do the preparation, that should be fine. So is this clear how we are, what kind of a questions we will have and how we are expected to address them? Are there any other questions related to the text?
Ma'am, pattern for the questions will remain same across all the students or different?
All this syllabus will be for all the topics which we have covered, no?
No, ma'am, like the question paper would be same. A question paper pattern would be same across all the candidates or will be different for different candidates?
For different candidates, how can it be different? Question paper will be same, no?
Pattern would be same. So ma'am, here like you have mentioned that 5 questions into 8 would carry 40 marks, but you are saying that you will be given option of 6 questions. Out of 6, you'll have to select one and answer that one that will carry 40 marks, and rest of the yeah.
Wait, there is a question number 1. Okay. Question number 1, in which there will be 6 questions. Out of those 6 questions, you have to do 5 questions. Each question will carry 8 marks. So then it will become 40.
All right.
Then there will be question number 2. There will be 4 questions. You have to answer only 3. Each question will carry 20 marks.
All right. All right.
Same, yeah, like no difference in pattern of questions and all for the different candidates. In any case, if you have any confusion or anything, you write to me or put it in a group and we'll answer. If you have any topic or any concern regarding that. Is this okay? So if there are no further questions, all the very best. And we will close the session then. Thank you, everybody. I will then take your leave. All the very best. To read from the slides itself and the content which has been discussed here. And mostly, I think that should be good to go. Okay. All the best.